And today we'll be talking about how to build up a free guide to market online on your social media. I'll talk a little bit about what the benefits of doing this is, where you can use it, what you could do. So let's get rolling. And I have Stacy here with me today. She will be helping me um, share all these awesome ideas with you. Yeah, it is coming your way, and yeah, it woke up my daughter this morning, so woke up her. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen and let me know if you guys can see. All right, we're rolling. Alrighty, you guys. So building a free guide that earns you clients. I want you to think about what this means specifically for your business. Creating this free guide will be pretty simple, and it's a task that you want to do once and not to do it over again. Keeping it in your back pocket to utilize for any reason to connect with people. I'll give you a few ideas, but let's jump right through it. So, free resource guide that turns followers into leads. What we want to create is something that most likely will be significant to your specific marketing plan. So we got to figure that out first. So for Stacy, maybe she wants to work with first-time home buyers. The guide she'll create would be best used for first-time home buyers and to guide them through that experience, to help them get that foot in the door. Maybe it could be even a savings plan. I helped a gal create a workbook from Canva on how to save and what to save, what to note down, all of those details people don't normally think about. When we create this guide, we want to give as many information, examples, checklists, reports, whatever they can utilize. Because if we give people more information, they'll know who to trust. We don't want to limit the amount of resources or information we share for them to come back because I can guarantee you that they might not. Is there a tool listed in the resources? Is this a tool list or nope, it's more of a marketing strategy. So we'll be creating your specific resource guide through Canva. That tool is available through command. So, so identifying your specific audience, what you want to share, ties into your overall brand guidelines. So when you're starting out, who are you connecting with? Who are you hoping to reach out to? Is it buyers who are interested in relocating? Let's create that theme first and work from there to build out a series of guides that we can share. We had a couple of classes before that tie into this really well. So Stacy and I taught a class on building out your link tree, and we talked a little bit about putting a guide there and having that be something people can download automatically in exchange for their contact information. That would be a great class to see after this. If you want to go back into the BKCO Hub, check the recordings of our Tech Thursday classes and check out the Linktree recording because that'll give you more of an idea of how to plug and play what we're going to learn today. So, diving deeper into what makes a good lead magnet, it solves a specific problem, it's quick to consume, and there's a clear next step. I have a couple of clients that I've worked with on creating said lead magnet. So I'll share that with you. So hopefully that gives you an idea on how to execute. Lead magnets are narrow and actionable. 5-page guide minimum that solves a one problem beats a 30-page ebook that nobody finishes. So I guess that's quick tip, quick note. You want your guide to answer that one big question or actually give value to the audience. Here are a couple of ideas that we can start right away. If you turn your first time homebuyer guide into a simple, easy to download, easy to consume workbook or PDF, everybody can have it. Everybody can utilize it. Do you want to give this away to people through your link tree? Do you want to send it out through an email, in your newsletter? How does that distribution looks like to you? It will all depend on what we're creating. So we have a couple of options here. First time home buyer guide, a seller prep checklist is a really cool idea to have and create. Local market report. We give you a lot of this information on the market, but it's also time sensitive. So if we're creating a guide, we want to think about something that is evergreen. And by evergreen, I mean, it could be sent out throughout any season of the year to anybody, no matter what, whoever is interested. A local market report might be a little bit too specific, but it's there. And if you're able to send that out every month, it will be relevant and it will definitely be something that people will want to see. It makes you stand up, it sets yourself apart because it is a little bit time sensitive, and takes a little bit more work because you might have to update it every month. But if you can do it and you want to do it, I suggest that it's a great idea still. A relocation guide is great for people who want to be the expert in a neighborhood. If you can gather a list of the best restaurants, uh, resources for families, whatever it may be, local daycare, things like that. It would definitely make people be more aware and convinced that this might be the neighborhood that they want to explore or look into. So think about that if that is your strategy for marketing. Does anybody have any questions? I sent the AIC send out the market stats on the second Tuesday of the month before the BKCO network call. You can grab the info and graphics from there and then recreate your market report.
It's very like straightforward. And so basically we send it out on second Tuesday of the month for the previous month's market stats. It compares that this year versus last year. And it's something that you can kind of very quickly using the template that like we send out to everyone, you can add it into your local market report like guide or like link that you're putting out. And it's something that wouldn't take way too long to do, but also make it a little bit more personable and more up to date. So you don't really have to do a whole bunch of research on your own because we send it out because someone else does the research for us.
Mm. So kindly, so kindly. That was great. I forget that that is a huge thing that not a lot of people remember is available. Very, and like Stacy mentioned, you'll see in the video that's on one of the Tech Thursday classes. Stacy opened up the market stats graphics, turned it into a video, created a carousel out of it, downloaded it for a newsletter. So there's so many ways that you can utilize it, and the information is already ready.
Yeah, and you can personalize it really quickly. In that one video that JC is talking about, I like put my own like headshot kind of popping up in different places to make it a little bit more fun and interesting. But there's a lot of different ways that you can just tweak it a little bit so it doesn't seem as like copy paste. But even if it is copy paste, at least it's information that you're sharing with your sphere and your potential clients.
Correct. Right. Now to get into the building of this freebie guide, if it's a market report, if it's something that you want to streamline and create a resource guide, whatever it is, highly recommend creating that idea first, bringing it into a large language model like ChatGPT. We also have a free access to Gemini. You can throw that into there and work through it. Don't take ChatGPT's first response as your go-to. Definitely read through it and challenge what it's saying and put your own spin on what it's giving back to you.
Something that could help with editing the voice is if you like take like if you copy like an email that you send out to like clients that you've written on your own and you're like, this is what I've written in the past, like please match the tone of voice, then ChatGPT can kind of help a little bit in terms of like adjusting like the language it uses to match kind of what you would say instead of just like very obviously kind of robotic because it's AI. And so that's something instead of only like tweaking individual sentences, you could give ChatGPT or Gemini references from like other text or like emails that you've sent that could help make it seem more like realistic in a way and personable.
Hmm. So the prompt would go something like, I want to create a free guide for first-time home buyers. My clients are in the age range of their early 20s to late 40s or early 30, whatever it is. Give it an idea of the audience who you're speaking to. Create a guide that I can use, and here is my tone. I want it to be exciting for me. I always say I want it to sound like I'm talking to a friend. And then I'll add Stacy's input of giving, here's an exact copy of a previous email that I sent out. I want you to mimic the language and tone. Yeah, done, sent. And go through it a couple of times until you feel like it's perfect or close to perfect. And then we bring it into Canva and make it look professional. Search guide or document, pick something clean, quick tips, add your brand colors, headshot logo. You can save your brand headshot colors and logo in Canva, by the way, so that whenever you create a new document, all you have to do is copy and paste or activate the brand colors in a specific document. It sounds like a lot if you haven't seen the interface of Canva recently, but I will go through it with you guys today. Keep it short, 3 to 7 pages is the sweet spot, and then export it as a PDF ready to share in minutes. How about we give it a try today? Get in front of people. This goes over what we can do to put this freebie guide into action. Quick notes, link in bio. I'm going to share with you a link tree that goes into the bio of your social media page. And that reference point is link in bio. Whenever you create a caption, you're like, oh, check my link in bio. A lot of people say that and are familiar with that phrase. So when we say link in bio, it goes right underneath, people go right underneath the headshot page and or the bio underneath the
The
headshot of
profile.
your social media page
Yep.
and find your link tree. ManyChat, a way to automatically send a guide. You can activate a keyword, which is a reference point to your guide to send out your PDF automatically. You can also put this freebie guide that we create today in your email signature. I would add it to your newsletter marketing drip if you want. Instagram stories. Again, this is a great way to capture leads by giving them a reason and then saying, hey, if you want an extended version of what I'm explaining to you, if you want an extended version of all of my favorite spots in Queen Anne, here is the guide. Comment guide below and get um, resources, my resources list. So action step, pick a topic, use the AI to draft it, and then create a design in Canva. Let's hop into Command, and I'll show you guys a shortcut to get into Canva. So this is our Canva AI extension. It when you log into Canva, to make sure you're in the right account, you'll definitely see the KWX Canva banner. If you haven't logged into Canva, the professional, I think it's the pro account, you'd want to log in with canva.kw.com. Stacy dropped it in the chat, and log in with your command password. There's a new way to get into Canva, and it's through the marketing tab in Command. So now we're going to jump into building out our freebie guide with Canva. If you haven't logged in and you're logging in for the first time today, after going into marketing, you'd hit the button create in Canva, and it'll bring you to a login page for command. So you'd have to re-input your information there, and then it'll log you into Canva. Or if that seems a little bit too complicated and you have no way to access command at this point, drop in the chat and copy that website that Stacy dropped in there. It's canva.kw.com. So as mentioned, what was that guide? I just want to make sure that I'm referencing guide. Yep. Choose a guide or template. So to look for different templates, if you've never done this before, the search bar comes pretty handy in searching for templates across the entire Canva landscape. But if you want to go for Canva KW specific brand templates, your best shot would to go into this brand link here on the left-hand side. So as you can see, I've got a couple of designs that I've started that are also categorized under a guide. So those ones pop up first, my personal projects that I've started. And then it goes into the brand template categories. So this is the KW branded Canva templates. And then after that, you'll see all of the general Canva templates available for everybody who has access to canva.com. So make your pick if you want to choose something that is KW branded. Definitely go for it. There are limits to the variety that it has, but that's okay. If you want to customize it, you can do whatever you want basically. And this is something that is for you and your brand. As far as um, building out the structure of it, make it your own. I would choose any of these. I would actually choose something that looks more like a magazine because that's what I would prefer. But there are ones that look more like a um, listing and buyer presentation that you can use too.
If you are in Command and you go through the marketing tab as well,
Mhm.
through the KW We brand, there's templates for buyer presentations, listing presentations, local expert, stuff like that, that you can use as you can either customize it there or you can save it as a PDF and then you can upload it into your own Canva and then kind of fiddle around with it there. But in case there's not something that's really speaking to you, Oh, you go to designs from marketing,
Oh, there.
and then there should be like three little buttons on the right side of create design, possibly. If there's not, it should just be in create design.
Yeah.
Um, create new design. Maybe not create new design. Let's see. Where is it?
It's
Marketing.
disappeared.
Wow, they change everything all the time.
Yeah, they do.
That's
And this is
super
why
fun.
we're here.
That's so super fun. Okay, well, I will take a little look and see if I can find out where they've hidden.
Get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And report back. We'll be on the call next week too, so we can do a quick update if you're available.
I will take a
Awesome. Stacy is the best. Okay. So choosing that freebie guide, choosing the template, and putting the information and the resources, I'll walk you through. We haven't actually created a concept for today's class, but I'll share you a ton of examples of already made designs. Where I would go from here is jumping into Canva. There's just so many different designs, and there are tons of contributors across the world creating new templates every day. And so you can never go wrong with just a quick search and choosing whatever is available here. Um, Client welcome packet. This seems pretty nice. Project timeline, services offered. This might even be great for a listing presentation, buyer guide, or something of that nature. Has a space for teams, timeline so I want to choose that just to show you guys what that looks like in case anyone wants to use this because there's so many times that I've been asked to help one of the agents customize a listing presentation, and I never saw these when I did that back then. So client welcome packet, double click on the text, then I can change it to the title of my freebie guide and or maybe it's a um local resource guide. Explore Magnolia. Something fun. But if you've gotten this far, you'd probably have a whole list of different ideas from ChatGPT and also a bunch of information that you can copy and paste and input here. Just to quickly cover some tools, if this is your first time in Canva, simple click on the image helps you move it. Move it around. Double click will help you edit the image itself. You can move that up or down. And then, same as text, a click on the text helps you move it. Double click helps you edit it.
You can
All the
also
buttons that have
drag like
jack
take the mouse to select multiple, and if you want to unselect a certain thing, you hold down shift and then you click on whichever one you don't want. So you can
select
be
all
selective about which ones, because sometimes in Canva, if there's like a bunch of like little icons all next to each other, then you can kind of like pick and choose exactly which one you want instead of moving the entire block when you do the select at like a bigger level.
Yes, so for what Stacy's referring to, it's kind of like where this layers on top of each other, and then when you select shift, I can either move one thing or everything, right?
Mhm.
That's great. We should do a Canva Pro class. That would be awesome. Just to dive deep into all of the tools, because as you click on this button, a bunch of other buttons appear on top. and so on and so forth. Love it. Okay, yay. I've got one person excited for this. I'm excited already. We'll do it. So, editing this, make it your own, add any additional pages. When you do, if you need to add any additional pages, I want to give you guys another quick tip. On the templates tab, if you want to add additional pages, maybe a different layout, click add page and then open up the templates, find what you need, and then drag and drop. And it automatically resizes to fit the landscape of the page that you have. So nothing really changes too dramatically. And everything kind of has this magnetic reset. So if I drag and drop it right here, even if it's off to the side, if I get it close enough, it'll absorb to match the size of the page. Okay, fun stuff, right? I want to share with you a couple of pages that have successfully created a freebie guide. So I'm going to hop into my Instagram because from their page, they have it uploaded to their link in bio, which is a tongue twister for me apparently today. Oh, there we go. Sharing my screen here. On the top right hand corner. Okay. I hope everybody can see my screen now. I just switched screens. Oh, that's great. Okay. Love it. Canva AI is pretty awesome and it changes quite often. So Lori might be able to share some new tips if you find any. I wouldn't be surprised. So we have Lindsay Wilkett here. She's got a bunch of awesome content. And the thing about doing this is you want to continuously promote your freebie guide so people can download it. So people can actually have a reason to reach out to you for more information. And that's how you start generating more leads. It's you build the interest, you give them value, and then they come asking for more. As long as that value, actually gives them what they need, right? That value piece. So in this link in bio for Lindsay, we have, if she still has it up there, a home playbook. So this is her link tree. Super simple. It's a free, sorry if you could hear my dog, he's going crazy over the thunder. So Lindsay has a link tree, which is a free link tree account that you can create pretty easily. It has templates, different colorways, and a ton of ways to add different links. So she has all of her different platforms. Just wanted to go over that too. And then a playbook, a home playbook. In this playbook, of course, her name, the first page, the title, home playbook that she created, our brokerage logo, team logo. Where are you at right now? I haven't started saving yet. I have under 2000 saved. Why do you want to buy a home? So this workbook actually helps people build a savings plan. if I write out all of these, and of course there are other ways to do it, but sometimes people like to just use pen and paper, and I thought that was a really cool idea to just create something people can download and write on, right? We journal, we have separate notebooks for notes. Why not have a document where you can actually keep track of your entire timeline? Where do I buy? What's my home vision? From dream to keys in hand, I'm here when you're ready. Text or email me home playbook. Pretty cool. Share with you another one that might give you an interesting perspective on how to really nail that specific target audience. So this is Lulu. Call her Luba. She created a resource guide, explained it here in the caption. You can't, and I'll read what the caption says. So this caption, you can't rush a horse if you try to force 1,000. Hold on, give me one. So here, sorry guys. Uh, so in this post, Lou's marketing her freebie guide. Real estate operates, you can't rush a horse if you try to force 1,000-pound animal to move before it's ready, or before you've built a foundation of trust, you invite chaos. You win by being calm, consistent, and patient. Real estate operates the same exact way. Many people view buying a home as a quick transaction, a sprint to the finish line, but wealth isn't built on impulse, it's built on strategy. So going through that, she's explaining the correlation between her lifestyle, loving horses, growing up with horses, and real estate, which is her business. Her brand is centered around helping people find equestrian properties and more, but this is specifically what she wants to share more about. If you want to look past the market noise and see the data for what what it actually means, I've mapped out our approach. Comment strategy below, and I'll send you my East Side wealth building blueprint directly to your inbox. Let's play the long game. Pretty cool. I love that. I love that. Playing the long game. So through that, a couple of people commented strategy. And when they comment strategy through LinkedIn's built out automation tools, any comment that comes strategy, they receive a message to access that guide. That guide is also available on her link tree right here. So similarly to Lindsay's, she has a link tree set up, a calendar link to book, equestrian property checklist PDF, what every veteran needs to know about buying, seller guide, first time home buyer checklist, and then her website. So a bunch of different value adds, like a lot of different information. Equestrian property checklist, let's take a look at that. What every equestrian property a buyer should know before making an offer. 10 minutes on this could save you 10,000 later. That's an amazing hook. I'm already bought. I'm already sold. Land and drainage. Here's what to look out for. Water and regulations. I love how she's customized to fit her own personal style and colors. Yeah. She really did a great job. She really took this to the next level. So an automation that's set up on the back end to automatically feed people this information is key because you get someone who's interested, you know exactly what they're interested in. For people who come to this link and download or view, the algorithm on the back end of Linktree does capture the audience, but if you pay for the pro account, then you can see who and what information and all of that. VA homebuyer checklist. She comes from a family of military veterans, so she has a lot of interest in helping more people, more veterans get buy a home, sell their home. So there's that. Oh, buying. That's a buying specific one. Seller guide. And if you do use Claude, ChatGPT, when you ask stuff like this and to create PDFs, there are times where it actually populates you a fully designed layout that you can simply download. For that, I would just say make sure that you're reading every line because sometimes it doesn't make sense. Sometimes words get jumbled up and it wrote too fast or something happened, but it's not necessarily incorrect. It's just there are times where there are some little mistakes. So just make sure to double check. Here's our first time home buyers checklist, something that everybody should have, and it's great for everybody to know. I'm excited to use a new logo and brand. I've been using AI to develop. Ooh, that's cool. New brand and logo. All right, any questions? We've seen it in action. We've seen how we create it, where it's being implemented, how it's being implemented, how people are using it. Um, what else can we cover? I think we covered quite a bit of ground.
I personally really love this. I love this agent's like entire branding. It's so cool to like see how she's like moved her interests and like her like knowledge into like both parts of like her life, which is like the real estate side and then also like the equestrian side. And I think it's something that really makes like you stand out within like your clients because obviously there's so many clients out there, but there's also so many agents out there too. And so figuring out a way to like like make yourself stand out and then make your marketing and your information like reflect that is so cool. Trying and like
Yeah.
finding your own like personal brand almost.
Right. I know she did it so well. Sometimes it takes just like really thinking about your brand as a whole or what you like, and it all comes down to you. So, I hope this gives everybody something to think about, inspires you to dig deeper than just talking about about real estate.
Yeah. I'm trying to dig and figure out what happened to the WeBrand templates because I know that some of my agents are going to ask
Even
about
more.
where that went. But besides that, in Canva, you can even type into like the templates, um, like to search for it. You could type in real estate like guides, and it comes up with a whole bunch of like pre-made ones that you can kind of just edit to whatever make sense for your own like needs and like what you want to do. And it doesn't
Hmm.
really like need to be um doesn't really need to be like super duper like
Pol
complicated.
mm,
But I think like as someone who loves a checklist, like any amount of guidance in that kind of way is spectacular. So it doesn't have, you don't have to like be super perfectionist the first time that you do it. It's okay to kind of like as you get clients and as you kind of figure out what works and what doesn't, continue to edit everything. But
yeah.
yeah.
This one looks really similar. I followed your exact steps while you were talking. I looked for the real estate real estate guide and I found something that looks pretty simple, similar to what Lou had with the colored
We're currently
icons.
still looking at the Instagram page.
Oh, oh, that's right. Okay, sorry. So I followed exactly what Stacy said. Came here, searched real estate guide, and then found all of these. All different formats of checklists and guides.
Like ones that are like kind of like for Instagram stories that are like short, as well
Yeah.
as like full documents, graphics, stuff like that. There's, and then if you find something that kind of like relates to what you need and like on Canva, you can like grab all of the information, like open up another tab and find a different template that you like even better, like in terms of style, and then you can work on it that way. There's a lot of different ways to get get everything like kind of figured out.
Right. If you wanted to mix and match templates, you could just come and search while you're inside the project itself.
Yeah.
Buyer guide. And if I click on this, it opens all of the different pages it has in this specific guide. So I can go, oh, okay, I need a title page for this. I want that one. We've got to do a pro class because I think this is it's easier to just go and just click if you've done it before, but I get sometimes if you've never done it, it could be a little bit hard, challenging. There we go. All righty. Well, that concludes our class today. If anybody has any other questions, you're welcome to stay on and chat with me for a moment and Stacy. And other than that, we'll see you guys next week. We'll be covering postcards and how to use Atom, bringing back Atom again to cover tutorials on that, on how to send out postcards. Stacy did a really good one a few months ago. We got to bring that back because I think it's great information.
I was talking to tech support. It seems that the We brand is actually getting discontinued with KW. So if you've made any kinds of templates or listing presentation, any kind of stuff, they let us know. Apparently, they let us know a couple of months ago. I didn't read it well enough, but you should definitely download and save everything that you have like made and stuff, um, and
Yeah,
move it over to Canva because Canva is what they're pushing and integrating. You can still, apparently, you can still like create designs through email editor or directly in Canva, but they're not, they're removing the We brand like capabilities through command, which is why we couldn't find it.
that makes sense. That makes sense. And that means the designs might be going out. I just finished creating a newsletter this morning and it was a little bit finicky.
Yeah,
Things, buttons were
that
loading.
might be kind of what's going on.
Yeah,
I have a
design.
couple of calls to make.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm happy to also kind of go through Canva. Like it's something that I just kind of like to fiddle around with a lot on my own. Um, there's a lot of different there's a lot of different ways to do it. There's also Canva, it's called Canva Design School. And so there's like free courses through Canva of like Canva Essentials and Canva in the workplace and AI skills and all of that kind of stuff. That's pretty easy to find if you're looking for something to like do that doesn't take too long. I think they're like maybe like an hour long like course work. You can find it on the left side of this Canvas screen, that there's the three dots that say more. It might be on the home screen. Like, if you go back to like the home, yeah. Yeah. there. And then there's design school.
Mm.
And then it has a whole bunch of different like courses and stuff. So if you wanted to get like do a little bit of self-study on how to do like how to work through Canva, you can definitely do it here. But I
Yeah.
always love talking about what I've learned on how to use
Oh, I
Canva.
love that. I I join this is one of the things I do every year. I join the Canva. They have like a 3-day seminar where they teach everything, and it's actually a live presentation, and they have a ton of different speakers talking about the industry, tech, AI, how to use this and this, why they built tools. So if you ever see that pop up on the banner, like up here, sign up for it. I think it's so worth it. Yeah. Love this. I love this. Alrighty. Well, I will see you guys all next week. If nobody has any questions, just one last call for questions. Does anybody have any questions? I know Lori's on top of studying her on AI in Canva, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see. Uh, love how she's customized. Thank you. Thank you,
Hey
Stacy.
Jyoti, actually I have a question.
Yeah,
So all the designs on Canva, are those free, even the one with the crown,
yeah.
or is
Oh,
it a paid version?
the
With
crown one is
Canva With Canva Pro, you should be able to use most of the templates and everything. There may be a couple of situations where you're not going to be able, or you can use the design, but there might be watermarks on top of it.
Oh, okay.
But but if you log in through your like canva.kw.com. I haven't run into any issues with not being able to use any of the like the pro functionality. So the ones with the little
mm,
crown. But if you're using like your own personal like Canva like account that isn't pro, then you would be running into those problems. So you may as well take advantage of the fact that you get Canva for free through KW.
some of those crowns will work and some won't.
Yeah.
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 Most of the times they will, but not
Yeah, you
all.
just kind of have to figure it out. They all work a little bit differently. Yeah.
Yeah. Lori said I've created a design, a logo and brand. AI created, I do have, I have created a logo and brand. AI created a design board for me. I copied sections and posted it in Canva. Canva AI is recreating my business card, resizing my pics. My question is when Canva uses the is Canva use the appropriate file size in order to get usable files? Will Canva use the appropriate file size in order to get usable files? You're
I'm a little bit confused by the question.
a little bit confused.
Recreating a business card size pixel.
Lori, do you have a second to come off of mute if you're not in a loud uh room? Because I want to understand. And Jonathan, it's your command credentials. Thank you. Yes, yes, we can talk after this.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
So, my question is that AI created a kind of a vision board,
Okay.
and I cut and pasted a portion of that and imported it to Canva. I just pasted it onto a blank page in
Yeah.
Canva. So it's taking it and resizing it. And is it stretching it enough and recreating pixels enough to create a clear view, and so when it's printed, it'll print correctly? Do you know? Does that make it more clear?
Yes, it does. When I use it, and Stacy, you might have another answer. And when I use it, I have to direct it to use the appropriate size or actually mimic the size of the original file if that's what I want. If I wanted a banner size, be safe to just kind of say keep it in this 9 by 16 format or 16 by
Yeah.
9 and give it actual dimensions.
Yeah, you may want to, before you paste it into Canva, you may want to have your AI edit the design itself and then move it over to Canva because that might help with any kind of formatting issue. If you're worried about like specific pictures kind of getting stretched out, you could always try to save the image that your AI created as a PNG first, and then just upload it onto your Canva design as a PNG, like separate from the rest of the design. And then you should be able to manually like resize things. But I'm not 100% sure if like if it's like, I don't know for sure if it's particularly resizing your pictures. You would have to kind of take a look at it and see if anything kind of looks wonky.
Yeah, it did resize to business card, and I'm just not sure it's going to print like it looks on the business cards.
It
Mm.
should if you can download it as a PDF or a JPEG and
Mhm.
it downloads
Oh,
clear.
okay. Okay, cool. That's
But
good to know.
what you want to do is and this might be something that the printers will need to worry about, but for logos or anything specific for print, try this. You want to download it as PDF, best for printing, and then print CMYK.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it should help to make the PDF a little bit clearer.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Flattens it
And
and
then
makes it.
you can always like open it up. Like after you're done saving it, you can open up the actual file and look at it and zoom in and see if there's any like really, really strong pixelation. And then in that case, you may need to go back in and kind of fiddle with it. But if it looks pretty clear when you're actually like saving it and it looks pretty clear when you open up the file after you're done downloading it, it shouldn't be too big of a problem for the printers.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I'm not seeing any lightning.
That was
Is
him.
that
That was him.
Tim?
Hey, everyone.
All right.
Hey JC, it's almost the time, but I have one more question. So I am looking at this a lady's page who is a realtor, and she does an amazing job on the Instagram. So would you be able to say what kind of apps she uses, or like how to do something like that, the edit and stuff? I can give you the name of the person.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be able to figure it out.
Okay, so I'm gonna write on the chat. So this is the Instagram handler of our page.
Switching screens. That's her handle. Okay.
I really love her editing and stuff. Like I don't know how she does all this.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you open the just sold one, like below
This
that
one.
one, yeah.
Oh,
You should be able to make something similar to this in Canva.
yep.
Okay, so Canva is the way to go for this one.
Mm. Yeah, it seems like you should be able to. You might have to do a lot of individual like editing, like in terms of like a bunch of different like kind of pages um of your design, which to like have everything lay over correctly. But once
Okay.
you kind of like make a design, you can also kind of just duplicate it and edit it later to make sure that everything looks correct. But I don't know if this is only Canva.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's only Canva. I think it reminds me of this one agent that has videos like ours of like that, but I'm not sure. I have to go and find them.
Do we have any video that teaches us how to do editing? Like, do we have anything like that on our website?
Not yet. Not anything specific because they're all really, but which we should, it's a good idea. We should try to do
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll write that on my list. What would be the easiest, Stacy? Canva or CapCut or
There are in Canva, in our brand's core brand kit, you can
Mhm.
find a just listed, you can type in video into the search, and then there's like
Oh,
an open house Instagram video
Mm.
that
okay.
has like a bunch of different video like things that are popping up. Um yeah, so if you click on one of those ones at the bottom, which is like open house brand content or whatever, it you can kind of use um you can use a brand template and then just change out your pictures and your videos that way. Um well, that just seems like it might be one thing.
Yeah, it looks like a picture.
Um if you type in just video, um there's just listed Instagram video. I I'm also happy to kind of show what I found. I can share my screen too.
Oh, do you have it on your screen already?
I do.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Mhm.
went into brand and then I typed in video and then I let let me see all of it. Of course, when I try
Ex,
to show you,
ex,
it doesn't
yeah.
want to find it. Let's see. Okay. And then just listed Instagram video. And then it has like multiple different pages and then it kind of carousels through it by itself. And then you would save the whole thing as a MP4. So you'd be able to use the brand template and it'll show kind of like a video editor version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can change the video. So you can edit it, you can put your own video and choose the amount of time. And then the next part, you can put multiple videos in it. And then you should be
Yeah.
able to edit any kind of transitions in between, any kind of text that you want over, you can put it there. And then like the whole video would be like 30 seconds long that you can kind of customize based on the footage that you have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So there is a few on the templates. Um, but I'm pretty sure that you would be able to find something like uh, um, you could look at the template, customize it. It'll have all of the different pieces of videos, and then you can edit individual things to to make it kind of work for whatever you're looking for. So there's a lot of different templates already there for you. We don't have a specific video, it seems, of how to do it, but it's that it's there's a lot of things that other people have used that we can
Re-
creatively borrow.
Okay. This is helpful. Thank you.
So good. All right, we'll try to figure out a game plan to have a Canva video workshop next month.
Yes, please.
Let's do
That'd be
it.
lovely.
Okay. All right. It's on. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you, Sabina and Stacy. I'll see you guys next week.
Thank
Okay,
you.
have a good
Bye-bye.
Bye. You too.